Number 11 na ya mwisho. Fallout over MP Were's murder and Gen Z killings. Everyone heard Governor Wanga saying hii kitu hatukuongelelea, hata tukiita Governor Wangamati, we did not sign up for assassination of our members. Do you remember Kenyans talking about blood-based? There are more blood scenarios to be talked about.
The Bible says that there shall be no rest for the wicked.
Good. Twende ladies first. Msichana wa Meru. Swala tumeongelea 11 issues that are giving Ruto headache. Ruto stumbles from one crisis to another. We've touched on 11. Na vile nimesikia zote zinatuguza sisi kama vijana. Your opinions?
My opinion is I think we as a nation are tired. The last time I was here, OJWANG, I told you that currently we are silent. But you see the way we are silent, it is the anger. It is fermenting and fermenting. Yeah? We are just waiting for that day. Kibuyu tabast. And when that day comes, I don't know where we shall be seated. Because it will be so hectic for everyone.
It won't be good.
It will not be good at all. Especially for the political class.
We keep discussing on every newspaper so that
I don't think someone will go to exile. Someone might go to exile, apparently.
And it's not raw.
And and do you know why? This is the pain of the people. And now more people are joining. More people are joining. Ni kama hiyo kibune unaendelea kuongeza east kidogo. A pinch of east, a pinch of east. Alafu wakati italipuka, you start saying we don't know how we got here. Yet you know how we got here. So at the end of the day, please, let the government change kindly. Listen to the people. Chill, relax. Stop behaving as if it is your first time to enter power. You want to have everything. But we are at a very decentralized position where every person has their own shares. For you to run a nation, there is the art of collaboration inside there. There is the art of communication inside there. Stop running a one-man show. That way, it will never work, apparently. Even if unasikia someone like Kinawanga talking and now they are double talking, it is because they don't feel what they have. The last 2 times I've been here, I've told you there is nothing called broad-based. Whatever you are being given, it is a superficial position. Si unapata mshahara. Whatever happens, hebu nyamaza. That is why you cannot hear these people talking in depth what they are doing.
So unasema
because they don't know what they are doing.
Wamekuja wanyamaze. Tumekupea hiyo nyamazo. Wacha sisi tuendelee
with what we have been doing, okay? Wewe tulia, relax. You get that point. And that is where we are as a nation. But we have to come out of that pit. Otherwise, the last time we were here, we were talking even about the current debt we have. Right now, to shall cross the red line. What will happen in our lives? Tutafika wapi? Tutaendelea aje? We have 2 more years. And these 2 more years, atujui kama ni madeni tutaendelea
kufanya. We have 1 more year.
Are they really 2?
We have 1 more year.
Are they really 2?
Tutaongea kuhusu hiyo. Haya. Hapo hivyo the question of numbers. The 2 years, the 1 year according to our constitution, wakili tuko na wewe hapa hivi tutaongea kuhusu all that. But behind the scenes, deals zinaivana. Na from the look of things, these deals has kuhusu wewe kama Mkenya wa kawaida. Because ni deals zinakuweka at a jeopardizing space. Listen to this. RSF's tragic mission. We are still talking about the same person in another role. Yenye tutaita, sijui venye tutaita. But they're talking about Kenyan pilot was killed in an attack by the Sudanese army at an airstrip controlled by the Rebel Rapid Support Forces, RSF, in northern Sudan. The pilot was reportedly on a covert mission, supplying personnel and military hardware to the RSF, a revelation that risks tarnishing Kenya's image. For a nation celebrated for its role in mediating regional conflicts and often dubbed an island of peace, the operation linked to senior government officials amounts to an embarrassing own goal in a volatile conflict. We are talking about our picha yenye ambayo wamepeana pale hivyo ni ya moto. Hii ndege iko na pilot pale hivyo who is no more. His name is Pilot George Nyamodi, and other Kenyans were killed after Sudan army attacked RSF controlled airport. Tumefika hadi hapo hivyo, aiding and abetting what other countries are calling terrorists, not their government, not even opposition because they are militia. Hizi ni deals zenye ukiangalia kwa gazeti zinaivana, but it's not the kind of fire, the kind of warmth would accept or embrace as a country. You are a youth, you are a lawyer, meaning you are well versed in matters diplomacy, matters democracy. Where are we headed?
Let me start by saying this and taking you back. In 2010, the people of Kenya gave to themselves and to the future generations a new constitution. That new constitution birthed new life to our system of governance, to our democracy as a nation. We were starting afresh. Unaona ile kule MP wa Tanzania mwenye sema tunaanza upya. We were doing that in 2010. So one of the things yenye tulikuwa tuna foresee is that we want a government of autocrats and technocrats. We want a government of service. And then we will have politicians as legislators. We will have them in parliament. They can discuss mambo yao huko. Wanaweza sema hiyo kelele huko, but the government will be a government of work. So one of the positions that we did is we used to have ministers. And these ministers would be chosen from amongst members of parliament. Na tukatoa hiyo kitu. Tukasema now we don't have ministers, we will have cabinet secretaries. And they will be independent people, not the elected members of parliament. Tuko sawa hadi hapo?
Hapo tuko fiti.
Then
tuko fiti studio? Tuko fiti sote.
Then we went to our first election under the new constitution was in 2013 March. When we had the election, the government that came in, the first speech they made up of State House, wakiwa wamevaa ties zinafanana
za red,
za red, was that they will be the only politicians in cabinet and everybody will be an expert. You remember that speech?
They also added another name, technocrats.
Yes. And the first person to be nominated as a CS was a guy called Fred Okengo Matiang'i. We did not know him before then. When he came in as CS for ICT. And at that particular time, Kenya was grappling with digital migration. Tutoke kwa aerial, tuingie kwa decoder. Na Wakenya walikuwa wamesema hawafanyi. That guy did it within 3 months.
Aliweka kampeni nyingine huge.
Tulimove tupende tusipende.
Nilikuwa nasikia tu watu wakiimba tunatoka analog tunaingia digital.
Exactly. And we actually saw the embodiment of ikitu inaweza work. Our constitution can work. Of course, haikukuja ikiwa flawless. Tuliingiziwa tu politicians tuingine hapo in the name of technocrats. Kuna kamtu kanaitangwa na Jibalala kaliishi kukua tourism. Muende hata mchange government yeye ndio minister wa tourism. Ilikuwa obviously kuna hizo zenye zilipita, but I wanted to focus on just that small aspect. But what we have with the current government is that walienda ku lie on akaka loophole kenye kalionyeshwa 2013. And all our CSs are political appointees. It is now for the first time watu wa Kandara walikaa chini wakachagua Alice Wahome, and then akaingia bunge akaachana na ubunge akakuwe CS warudie by election. Jua wako wana kazi ya kufanya.
hiyo pesa hata hakuna place nyingine,
hakuna kitu ingine wanafaa warudi wakavote. Sasa hivi we are talking about Mbeere North, they woke up early, wakapanga line, wakachagua mtu mbunge, ameenda huko ameachana hiyo kazi, amekuwa waziri
in 202.
So mrudie election. Jua kuna kitu, your work is you are voting machines. Kazi yenu ni kuvotianga tu watu. Si wafanyie kazi, ni kuvotia watu. And that's the kind of cabinet that we have. Ndio unawasikia wakikuja huku nje wanatuambia nini? We sit in a cabinet mali. It's the president who explains the programs in your docket. And kama ni yana explain, he's the one who is going to run with it, and you will be taking instructions from Farouk and you are the CS. Na kama hana kitu kuongea na nini na docket yako, your docket has no money. Hakuna mali anatengeneza pesa na docket yako. So unakuwa tu hapo, unakuwa flower girl, unakuwa mwingine alikuwa anaitwa sijui gender and what. Na hakuna kitu anadu.
Aisha.
Exactly.
Aliisha mama.
Aliisha. But in the long run, we have deviated away from the constitution. And allow me to be the devil's advocate, I expected that from Ruto.
Yeah.
And it is impossible for you to expect Ruto to implement a constitution that he was against from the very beginning.
Kabisa wakili. Wakili umeka vitu in perspective such that moving forward nasikia more woga where we are as a country because we are still not united. You know, we say that Kenya is a community of people. It is not a must for us to be one. But if we want to move forward, ndo mkoloni ati wasiwa irudi tena, we must be united. We have a lot of presidential candidates right now. Ukiangalia magazeti kuna hadi vijana morara. The youths are saying this is a state project that has no portfolio in terms of office. Others are saying that Maraga from Kisii land is a project that doesn't know he's a project. People are saying that we have now watu wa Mbeere North. Watu wa Mbeere North ni watu walitokea 2022 wakasema tunataka moto wake hapa vizuri sana. And juu huyu ameshindwa. Can we go back to the forest? Tujitafutie firewood zetu, tuingie huko bungeni, wakaweka Roko akawaka, akatusahau sasa, akaanza kutupiga sisi akisema mkitokea maandamano kunafaa kuwa na hii sheria na hii sheria na hii sheria. Hiyo ni kutukatail. Amekuwa saizi sie tunarejea tuko na IBC na hii IBC inalia. As inalia, all this is happening. We look like we are in a chaotic country. Matiang'i has come, amepiga homecoming moja safi sana. I saw Kisii governor who is from ODM in that platform. I saw Kisii senator who is from ODM in that platform. Meaning watu wa Kisii na Nyamira have endorsed Matiang'i for 2027. Huko nje manze wa Kenya wanamtandika proper. Wanamwambia for what happened in River Yala in 2017. Wewe na State House ni kama Musa na Canaan. Ni kuona tu utaona. Toke hapo hivyo Rigathi Gachagua anaambiwa hapana. Wewe kwanza tulikuwa tunakuchukia. Sisi ndio tulikuwa tunasema you must go. Kulienda ukakuja saidi yetu ukakuwa sasa wewe ni Yesu. Sisi tulisema kufa dereva kufa makanga
akahama gari.
Saa hizi what we are talking about ni the semiconductor who is there hata yeye leave. Ndio sisi wenye gari tupeleke gari kwenye tunataka. Makena, what are we supposed to do? Ile ya ukwelo yenye wewe unaweza fanya na huyu afanya na mimi nifanye as youths so that this country can be better then in 2027 in accordance to this constitution yenye inatuambia tunafaa ku have elections within the 5th year. Tutafanya nini sisi kama vijana?
Let us take spaces. Both electorate spaces, spaces which are the key point in the decision making. That is where we can, because we are a country where we are believed to be a democratic country. It is believed and it is alleged. But the voices, you can't silence the voices of many. The 25th June protest happened because it was the voice of the majority. Let us take these political spaces as for these electorate positions, let us be seen there. And let us also the youths, let us take ID, let us take votes. As we are taking charge in social media and everywhere, let us be there. Let us also learn to analyze all these people with whatever they have done. And, we thought Ruto was so good until we tried to narrow down his life to even when he was here as finance. We didn't ask ourselves.
Agriculture and education.
There was a time he was also in treasury.
Ruto. History nenda mbio.
There was a time
Syllabus na
he was in treasury. I don't sikumbuki ni mwaka gani, but he was also in treasury. And even agriculture. We haven't narrowed down to ask ourselves, what did these people perform? What did they do? Yes, he was deputy president and all that. So I am kindly asking the youth of our country, let us not align ourselves with the fact of the move way to policy or anything of the sort. Let us look people towards their ideas. Which are the ideas? What are the ideology? What are their practices for the longest time they have been inside there? That is what we currently, as the people of this country, we should be talking about. Because we have so many people. Remember, I'll tell you, vying is a personal interest. It is you want to. Every person has an interest. Unaona? What do you want to do? Is it to serve the people or to serve yourself? We have people who want to serve their businesses. We know of people who wanted to enter into power in order to safeguard their own businesses because apparently they were facing a lot of backlashes.
Kasarani.
We have them. Have you forgotten the Keroshe brewery is also what happened during that time?
Senator, yes.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, we have to narrow. We are a very brave generation, and I tell you for sure, before as we enter 2027, these people shall be narrowed down to what have they achieved and what have they done, and it will be in the hearts of the common mananchi, you as a youth, me and you, to sit down and look at this bigger picture. Who is the person who suits to become this seat? Who is the person who suits to spearhead this country? Who will take this country ahead? So yeah, that is the talk we shall be talking about.
Who is that person?
The time tells.
Sawa, time tells. Nilikuwa nataka tupitie hii profile ya Ruto before niende kwako, because according to history yenye mimi nimepitia na kusoma, I only know of other people from Rift Valley who have been CS or ministers in finance. 1997-2013, all that time amekuwa member of parliament, President Ruto, representing the people of Eldoret North constituency. Between 2007 and 2013, President Ruto served as Minister of Agriculture. 2011 to 2013, he served as Minister for Higher Education, Science and Technology. 2013-2022, Deputy President of Kenya. And present is the president. When I say president, namaanisha kwa kila mahali hadi South Sudan. Now, hizi vitu zinahusu South Sudan, zinaguzwa mpaka Daily Nation. Joho dragged into Turkana gold mines field. CS on the spot over irregular issue of licenses. Hii iko page 8 na Daily Nation. Wanasema ya kwamba there are 4 watu kuuza gold explorers, na wanasema ujamaa amewanyima license kabisa. That is in Turkana. The Standard wanaongea kuhusu RSF mission. What's happening in the northern part of our country? We've had people, watu wametoka nje wameingia Kenya through hiyo border tu iko hapo juu hapo Turkana nini, and 20 people were massacred. You remember that? Yes. And CS wa Interior Coordination Kipchumba Murkomen akaongea tu kidogo, sijui kama kutoka hapo hivyo wali expect we do what they keep saying in parliament, accept and move on.
Inanishangaza sana. You see now, in Sudan, there is civil war, and the current government has its own air force. It's called SAF. Then the Bandia government is RSF, led by a person called Hemedi. He used to be the vice president. Sasa ni rigiji mwingine.
Why are we not saying is President Ruto, because President Ruto too was a vice president or
So
was a
okay,
deputy
wacha
president.
tutumie ni kaongo mwingine basi. So he's sprouting to take over from
The current president.
yes. And one of the things he did is he formed a parallel government, and he formed it where? Here in Kenya. Na inarudisha tu mtu kwa hiyo state ya we don't really have CSs. Mwenye ako kwa CS foreign affairs, as long as ameshiba amenyamaza, ako sawa.
Unakumbuka memes zikitembea 2022 that him and the current speaker of the National Assembly, they don't fight. They are peaceful people.
Wakishiba
As long as
wameshiba.
Okay,
Na ni
no
buy
problem.
one get one free. But anyway, we have been having a lot of mishaps in diplomacy. And hiyo kitu ilionyeshwa na the AU run ya Baba. Baba did not lose because he's unpopular. Baba did not lose because he doesn't speak Arabic or that he is not Muslim.
Muslim.
He did not lose because of that. He only lost because of the current state of Kenya as a state and its foreign relations with other countries within Africa. We have already had a feud with Somalia. We've had a feud with Congo. Now we are in Sudan. Ramaphosa is against us. Traore in Burkina Faso is against us.
Sure.
So
Tanzania hata hawakutuvotia, hawajisikii na sisi.
Nani Museveni aliwaita akaonyesha ng'ombe. In fact alikuwa anatry kuambia nyinyi ni ng'ombe, lakini hawakushika wakajipeleka.
Mimi anawaambia wamemea pembe. Kumbe anaonyesha.
Alikuwa anatry kuwaonyesha this is you na amshiki na wakaenda huko akakosa kuwafuata. But deep down tunaona hiyo breakdown ya our foreign relations. Sababu Ruto was a friend of Joe Biden. Trump gets in, what does Ruto do? Runs to China. So what does that say about your country and in terms of where it stands? You can't maintain a relationship with a country kama ma president wenyu wana behave kama sorry to say wasichana in their teenagehood. Like uko hapa, uko pale, uko hapa, we can't run a country like that. You need to have a way ya kuiregulate. So nina insist on that. That I can address so many mishaps za diplomacy in Kenya, but we are doing so bad that hata uhitaji hata kuelezea shosho nini. Kwa nini South Sudan kuko na shida? Yeye anajua tu mahali Kenya tu Ruto ameingiza tu kichwa kimeumana.
Mkenya mtazamaji, haya ndio maswali unafaa unakaa chini unajiuliza, hatima yako iko wapi? Rais anakurepresent kivipi? Tukikuwa na blunders kama hizi kama nchi, wewe unakuwa uko wapi? But mambo haya yote yamesemekana, tumeguza, hatuna CS. Could that be the reason why the CSs that we have are snubbing Senate proceedings and all these places they are being asked to present themselves? On page 2 on the Star, they are talking about Treasury CS in trouble with senators for snubbing invite. Senators have threatened to censure cabinet secretaries who failed to appear before them to respond to questions, with Treasury CS John Mbadi now at the center of growing storm over executive accountability. Since we've not given you clear instructions that you are a CS, you feel you're so powerful, you cannot avail yourself at Senate's meetings when they have summoned you. They've clearly summoned you because they want you to explain some things, including civil servants to lose 66 billion hardship cash. Haya yote yakiendelea, I feel like we need a lot of diplomacy. Because when we are not using diplomacy, the other one is force. That force sometimes inakuwa ni violent. Sitting at the helm of diplomacy in terms of party structures in this country is Wiper Democratic Movement, because they call their leader the uncle. the good boy. He's always there when it comes to tunataka kapis kuja. 2007 we saw the then president Mwai Kibaki calling him kumbe umeng'ang'ana umepita katikati yetu ijakuwa raisi kwako, but you are the vice president from now on. Since then to 2013 walifanya kazi nzuri sana. 2013 akaambia kuja tuanase au ilikuwa code kakataa hiyo code kakataa. 2017 akaambiwa nao bado usisimame tena tuanase hawa ikakataa. And now they are the people who should be helping us in diplomacy. You come from that house. Are you feeling like your party is ready to take over this country now that Kalonzo Musyoka is saying kwa mara ya kwanza ako serious kabisa hii ya achi mtu?
We are very ready. And I've said we are in a country where we love bad boys. You know, and when it gets tougher, we remember the good boys.
When it gets tougher, we remember the good boys.
We remember the good boys and they're like, oh my God, we did a blunder here. You know, I wish I would have married that good boy instead of this bad boy who was parading me how good they are, you know, where he was wearing a good suit, telling me how he'll give me a lot of money. Until you enter inside there and you realize, oh my God, this person kills people who are living. You know, you feel bad. But now can we make a good decision? Can we weigh the goodwill of these people, the political goodwill of these people? You know, also on the other aspect, ukipata mtu anaachia people leadership or power, that shows you how this selfless person is. That I'm not here to fight for power. I'm here to fight the betterment for the Kenyan people. You get that point? It does not say that this candidate is weak. No, it doesn't say that. It only outdoes the selfless in this person that I am here to serve the people. And that is what my party leader has been doing. Been fair to serve the people. Unless he has any scandal, you want to pinpoint.
I can.
Hatuwezi fanya hivyo saizi because of time. But we can all agree that with the help of the producer we can do this another time. Just saizi nataka niwape 30 seconds each tuingie lines za kikwetu, but haya magazeti nataka nifunge na mambo ya sporti. Kwa sporti tulisema team. Saizi uko Arsenal?
Aya pana.
Uko wapi?
Mimi siwezi kwa Arsenal.
Tupe team.
Mimi ni
City.
Simekuwa City.
Umekubali. You are a citizen.
I'm a
Good.
citizen.
Barcelona edge Real in a thriller to move a brink of La Liga title. Barcelona taking 4, Real 3. But wakili, watu wenyu, watu wa Peng, watu wa Boda, wanakapitia sana. Huge blow for Chelsea in race for EPL top 5. Mnaninginia pale hivyo. Kuna jamaa anaitwa
Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah, kuna mwenye anaitwa Sandro Tonali who inspired the 2-0 victory. You nilikuwa nataka mpigwe. I wouldn't say that I'm really an enemy of Chelsea, but I feel good whenever Chelsea gets beaten. Yeah, and
But Chelsea is the most improved student of the
kuna wengine wao kuwa Arsenal, wao kuwa uwawanishe kwa your lines za kikwetu. What are you doing in terms of sports and mali tunaelekea for now? Tuko na team pale hivyo yenye inafaa ingie KPL. What's the journey looking like in your lines za kikwetu? 30 seconds. Ukitoka hapo hivyo please kama uko na shout out kumalizia hapo hivyo, sirudi kwako tena.
Okay.
Ndio tuende kwa anti wa Meru.
All right. Acha nianza na kusema bado Chelsea tuko kwa race ya Champions League. Na tulia tu hivi tunapiga mani
Europa na venye tunawatengenezea
last time mlitutoa technicality. This time lazima tuingie na tunaanza na kuwapiga nyinyi. Hiyo expect. Hapa mtaani we have been having a tournament under Roysambu Sports Association. It had 40 teams from Roysambu constituency. Na tumefika semifinals itakuwa on Wednesday.
Kwa mara ya kwanza 44 Bulldogs iko mahali kwa semifinali.
Yes.
After kucharaza after kucharaza
tuliuma umbwa kwanza. Tuliuma Simba. Our brothers from Kahawa Pride. Alafu sasa kidogo tukameza Rosario. Tukapita na Holy Mary.
Kabisa, lenza kikwetu yako.
Sasa leo ndarudia tu chenye ninasemanga.
Kwa nini turudie na vile ni mingi? Kwanza from the land you come from.
Nataka niseme ya kwetu.
Leo ni Art and Culture Monday. Kuna liwe nilipea wasanii hapa hivi because I came to realize that watu wengi hapa hivi Art and Culture Monday including our fans ni watu wamelelewa in urban life. They may not be well conversant with lines from kwao, but they have lines from wasanii. You can give us one.
Nataka nikupe line ya msanii.
And then you translate it in a language we can all understand.
Mimi ndakupea kwetu. Na ya kwetu yenye nita insist na nitahope hata anti wa Meru aende afikishe kwao ni kwamba kwetu wanasemanga wega umaga na mushi.
Exactly.
Ya kwamba uzuri huanza na nyumbani. Charity begins at home. So kwa ile kitu yote yenye unaambia watu unafanyia tungetaka kuiona ikitoka kwako nyumbani.
Says a Chelsea fan.
Yes.
Who is doing all his best aingie top 4.
Kabisa. Kikombe yangu niko nayo, unajua uzuri mimi niko na kikombe yangu. Mani wako na yao. Man City wako na FA.
Arsenal wanasemaje?
Newcastle wako na Carabao. Liverpool wako na ligi. Barcelona imeoa Real Madrid.
So wako na kikombe.
Wako na vikombe 3 na Arsenal iko na kikombe ya chai.
Kabisa. I need to close kinapato analia huko about time. Please auntie all the way from Jabba Nation. Mrembo anakuaga na lens zingine sijui kama waendaga anaita wazee hapo hivyo anambia njuri ncheke. Naambia watu nini on KUTV Rise today?
So definitely nimetoka Meru. And is this thing it says that ntanta
koja. Twende sasa. Lenza kikwetu kutoka Merini kali.
Ntanta niyo yojura yambi gikiri. Ntanta niyo yojura gikiri.
Ntanta
niyo yojura gikiri.
Niyo yojura
gikiri.
Niyo yojura gikiri.
That drop by drop. That is what fills the calabash itself. So what this says is it says that whatever is doing, that's a drop. Whatever I'm doing, it's a drop. Whatever you're doing, it's a drop. Once we consolidate all that together, we bring a positive impact. We bring a very shiny impact towards the community itself. So let us not tire to give that impact all the time. Let us not tire to live a quality life, not for ourselves, but also for our generations at the end of the day. So let's take that home kindly.
Nimependa hiyo.
Thank you.
Let us not tire living a quality life.
Yeah.
Si juu yetu. Even for our generations and generations to come.
It's all about you.
Tujipende comes in very well. Haya, mpenzi mtazamaji, itabidi tumekwamia hapa kwa sasa, lakini kesho newspaper review itakuwa inaendelea katika KUTV Rise Today, Biashara Tuesday hosted by Anyango Sylvia kwa mpigo tena zaidi. Lakini mimi juu ya time lazima nikupe hadi next Monday on KUTV Rise Today Art and Culture Monday. On set ya magazeti tumekuwa na wakili Robin Moremi Karani. Yeye ndiye wakili Karani huku kwote. Wakili wa vijana, very pivotal sitawahi sahau in the BBI and the policy formulation. That set president kubwa sana kwa vijana. We've also had the darling of the presidential candidate 2027. Acha niseme the president alafu ifike hapo mseme hapana tuna support mtu tena. The presidential candidate with the Wiper Democratic Party, His Excellency Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Your girl is here. Bado anajituma kwa mpigo tena zaidi. Watu wa Meru, asanteni sana kwa kutupea huyu mrembo. Nafungia hapa hivi with a notification or a notice kwa watu wote wa Nairobi ya kwamba the firefighting training and first aid training that has been organized by Nairobi City County in collaboration with Africa Fire Mission, Kenya Red Cross and other partners imekuwa halt. Ita take time kidogo because they want the firefighting training to take 5 days, lakini mchana na asubuhi mapema, meaning people will have to board. The county government, in collaboration with the local chiefs, will take 15 youths from every ward in the 85 wards of Nairobi. So from every ward unatoka, saizi usitense ukisema utakosa hiyo chance, but itaanza with the youths from Roysambu sub-county and Dagoretti North sub-county. Mungu awabariki tena zaidi. Jina langu ni Ojwang, mtoto wa Mariam, senior warrant officer 1 Lieutenant Kanali. Tunasema asante na shukran tena zaidi. Usisahau, Mungu halali wala haliwali au ugali. Shukran. Asanteni sana.
I got my roots in Uganda. I got my roots in Nigeria.